Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. Today I'm going to try to modify my DJI Spark. Currently this drone weighs about 302 grams. I'm going to try to bring the weight down to around 250 grams or less. And then of course making sure that everything is still intact and is still flyable and the camera still works. So let's get started. Okay, so let's see how much weight is this DJI Spark. It's 302 grams. Okay, let's isolate the battery. And the battery weighs 96 grams. DJI Spark without the battery weighs 206 grams. So 96 plus 206 will give you 302 grams. That's about right. Watch this. Yeah. Try to remove this plastic cover, but first I'm going to remove the propeller because I don't want to damage it. Let's see. Okay, we're just going to attempt to remove this plastic cover, but first, the plastic cover is actually screw in with these type of Allen screw. You can 6 of them. 2 here, and 2 below the gimbal there. So we're going to remove that. There's also a little plastic covering on the Allen screw here. We're going to try to remove that as well. See if we can find something to scrape it off. Okay, there you go. Here, okay, looks good. Let me weigh this out and see how heavy this thing is. Alright, let's see how much the cover weighs. 10 grams. Alright. And the DJI Spark weighs 182. 182. Together, 192. Alright, good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the plastic from this battery. This is going to be a bit harder to do. Okay, I managed to pry open the side. So far so good. Ooh, careful. You see, there is a whole circuit here. So I was able to decrease $20 grams so far. Well, 22 grams. Okay. There is a lot of glue underneath. Puncturing. It's very important that you don't puncture the battery. Damage the lithium battery because that will ruin it. There. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this plastic here weighs 4 grams. I took that out. Now the battery weighs only 80 grams. Combined together, we got 274. 274. I still have to remove, 276. Okay, I still have to remove between 25, 26 grams worth of weight. Okay, so I removed the bottom part, plastic. $4 grams. I took out the heat sink. 4 grams. Better get rid of 16 more grams. Alright, so here is the final version of the modified DJI Spark, weighing less than 250. In fact, it only weighed 249 grams. Okay, so I have a new electronic balance that is more sensitive than the previous balance. This one can record up to 0.1 grams. Now let's weigh the new modified DJI Spark. As you can see, it's 248.9 grams. Yeah, so it's actually below 250, which means that this micro, we call it now the micro drones, it will be exempted from the new Canadian drone laws that will be effective June 1st, 2019. Let's talk about how I actually finalized the modding of this DJI Spark. What did I do finally? Well, I removed the heatsink, the fan, the plastic on the side. So at the end it weighs 249 grams, or about 56 grams less than original. Now what you'll find is that this drone is now very light. It's considered as a micro drone, so it will be exempted from the Canadian new drone laws. It is actually very safe. In my opinion, is actually more safe than the original DJI Spark. Even though the heat sink and the fan is removed, what happened is now, because there's no cover, the propeller itself, once you start moving the propeller, will cool down the central core, right? And will prevent it from overheating. Now, the only issue is if you leave this DJI Spark idling, okay, without turning on the propeller, you just turn it on and leave it for like more than 3 minutes, what's going to happen is that the central core will heat up, gets really hot, and it won't even start. So that's actually a good thing, because you don't want it to overheat when it's flying. So in fact, it won't fly at all when it gets really hot here. So my suggestion to you is that if you're going to do this, you make sure you prepare everything ahead of time. Try to fly this drone within 3 minutes, and make sure you turn on the propeller, okay? And this will cool down the central core and prevent from overheating. Because if you don't do that, this DJI Spark won't even start, okay? Which is a safety feature, and that's very good, because I think the original DJI Spark with a cover and very tiny airflow, there's a tiny fan and heatsink. I think it's good and adequate, but this design where it's open is actually much better, because now you have 3 fans, which is the propeller, cooling down the system, and the electrical energy, the current that's running through, goes into the motor once the propeller moves. So it's nearly impossible, if not impossible, for the central core electronics, the CPU and all that attached to it, to overheat. In fact, afterwards, when I was flying for 14.5 minutes, I touched in the middle. It was actually quite cool to touch. Okay, so let's talk about the implication and application behind this new modified DJI drone, or the BB Spark 248. All right, let's talk about this new modified DJI Spark, the BB Spark 248. So this drone weighs less than 250 grams. In fact, it only weighs 249 grams. It's very light. According to Transport Canada, this is known as the micro drones. So as of June 1st, 2019, I have it here, the document. This micro drone will be exempted from the categories that mention basic and advanced operation. Let me read it for you, what they say. Okay, according to the website, the Transport Canada website, it said micro drones, okay, weighing less than 250, do not fall into basic or advanced operation categories. If you have a micro drone, you must fly it away from aircraft and airports. Never put people, aircraft, or property in danger. Only fly your drone where you can see it, and avoid flying in clouds or fog. Always fly responsibly. Okay? So use your common sense. Even though this drone is not heavily regulated, this micro drone, you still have to be smart about it. In fact, I would go even further than this. My suggestion is, because I have flown this a couple of times now, my suggestion is that this drone is a true selfie drone because of the nice 1080p camera and the 2-axis gimbal. So it's excellent for a family shot, short films, videos, and all that. So a true selfie drone. So because of that, I would say it's not meant to fly further than 100 meters, although it can, but I won't suggest you do that. And no higher than 50 meters. Okay, so this will guarantee safety, because you're pretty much avoiding any consequences if you play it safe. In fact, when you're flying it from 30 meters to 2 meters, I would suggest that you slow down very slow when you move this drone towards the object or towards a person. Okay. In fact, I would say 10 centimeters per second as it moves closer, and when it reaches about 2 meters, I would say that this drone should come to a full stop. Right? That's my suggestion. So those are some of the safety tips. This drone is in a league of its own. It's not the typical drone, right? This drone should be safe to fly, and you should also play safe as well. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna buy DJI Mavic Pro 2 or the Mavic Air or the Phantom 4 Pro, and use those drones for flying, like for landscape, further than 100 meters, higher than 50 meters. But you cannot fly closer than 30 meters. So this will supplement that. So anything closer than 30 meters, I'll use this drone. Anything further than 100 meters, I'll use the more advanced and the more regulated drone type. So that means I will write the basic operation drone test and pay the fee and register that drone. This one you don't need to register. Okay, so you have a benefit of both worlds. Awesome, Transport Canada. Keep up the good work. I think that's good. So my final conclusion is that you need to respect the laws of this land. Okay, keep everyone safe so everybody can enjoy this hobby. Okay, remember you can use these drones commercially, but you need to be safe about it. Whether you do it for business or for arts and filming, when you enjoy it as a hobby or as a profession, just make sure that everybody gets to enjoy as well. Try not to ruin it for everyone. Okay. Be respectable and respect other people's privacy. Okay. So when you're filming a crowd or group, make sure that they're aware that you're flying micro drones, and that you may have to get their consent. So this would fall under photography and film in a public area. So you can check that out. I think you can still take photos in public and in crowd place, but I don't think you can take pictures of underage kids or anything that is involves provocative images. Okay, so you cannot do that. This is part of the you can check the photo and video photography laws in Canada and what is your right as a photographer, as a filmmaker. Okay, this is a whole issue altogether, a different issue, and that's something that you need to be aware of. Okay, so be respectful of everyone. Make sure you get a proper consent from everyone. Okay, when you fly these kind of things, don't spoil for anyone. All right, thanks for watching EducateTube.com.